Hi, I'm Dr. Ilan Benzion from the Oak Practice, and today I want to talk to you about Attention Deficit Hyperactivity Disorder, or ADHD, assessments for children and young people. Now, there are several steps to such an assessment. The first one being the initial consultation and questionnaires. Here, we get to know you better and understand a bit more about the difficulties that your child is experiencing, as well as get some questionnaires, or screeners as they're known, completed so we can identify any traits or symptoms of ADHD that might already be present. If we decide that we think that the full assessment is worthwhile doing, then there are several next steps that we'll pursue. The first one being that we'll get some questionnaires completed by yourself, the child, depending on their age, as well as a teacher who knows them well. We'll also liaise with the school to better understand the child and the difficulties they may or may not be experiencing whilst they're there. Following that, we'll have a meeting with yourself and with the child to understand your perception of their difficulties and some experiences they've had which may or may not indicate that they have a diagnosis of ADHD. Once we get all this information, we put it all together and consider whether a diagnosis is the right outcome for that child. Following this, we'll have a feedback meeting where we talk to you and the child about the difficulties they've been experiencing and whether they've reached the threshold for a diagnosis or not, as well as giving recommendations for what might help them, whether or not they meet the symptoms for ADHD. We can also provide you a report, which you can have as well as the school or anyone else that might be supporting the child, in order to make sure that they're supported the best way possible looking to their future. If you've got any questions, get in touch with us at the Oak Tree Practice.